Hi, welcome to Lee on the Lectionary, and today we're looking at the readings in the Lectionary for the third Sunday after Trinity in Year A. And those readings are Zechariah chapter 9 verses 9 to 12, Romans 7 verses 15 to 25a, and Matthew 11 verses 16 to 19 and 25 to 30. Our readings this week are about the joy of following the one who graciously saves us from our sin. The joy of following the one who graciously saves us from our sin. Zechariah urges us to rejoice greatly at the arrival of our triumphant, glorious, victorious King. Yet he is not like so many conquerors, an arrogant narcissist. He is humble. He rides a donkey, and he commands peace to all the nations over whom he exercises dominion. He does not follow his own arbitrary will, ruling on a whim, but he covenants with his people. They know where they stand, and the blood of the covenant is shed to save them and bless them in abundance. It is difficult not to read these words as a prophecy of the life, death, and triumph of the Lord Jesus Christ, and to sing for joy at their fulfillment. And yet, we are living in the transition between his victory and its final consummation. Romans chapter 7 takes up the tensions and angst of that situation in the overlap of the ages. There is debate about who is speaking in this section. Is the wretched man, the I, the apostle? Is it Israel or the pre-conversion Saul? Is the struggle here a reflection of birth pangs leading to the joy of conversion and the assurance of Romans 8? Or is it the everyday experience of the imperfect believer wrestling with the forces of sin which will pound and pester us to the end? The 39 articles are clear that this infection of nature doth remain, yea, in them that are regenerated, Article 9, and so we are still offending God in many things, as Article 15 says. We are far from sinless. So whichever way we read this chapter, Romans 7, the glad conclusion of verses 24 and 25, that God through Christ has rescued us from death, is appropriate and fitting. Christ has broken the tyranny of sin and sent his Spirit into our hearts. Our freedom is for his service. Yet it is no burden to serve and follow him, but a privilege and a joy to take his gentle yoke. The rest he brings to weary souls is joyous and liberating, but it is not understood by the worldly, who, like children, want Jesus to dance to their tune and fit in with their ideas and plans. They will carp and criticize when he does not. But Jesus shows us here in the gospel reading that such reactions to his teaching only expose the fact that many so-called worldly wise and letter-learned commentators have had the truth hidden from their eyes. The thought that Jesus has not chosen to reveal the truth to them is shocking. But he, with the Father, is sovereign and exercises his gracious will as he pleases. If we have caught a glimpse of his goodness, it is not cause for applauding our own cleverness, but exulting in his merciful kindness.